Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. Welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message from Spirit. Okay, this week I'm using the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. We also have a big, bold, bright, fiery full moon tomorrow in Leo. So there's a lot of energy. Like, when I say a lot of energy, I mean like the way Spirit is showing it to me is like a massive waterfall of energy. So here's the thing. If we know that, we can work with it. That's the thing with the moons. Remember, like Spirit said, if we know the energy, then we can work with it. And so knowing that, what are we going to do to make the most of that fast momentum energy, breakthrough energy? It's also kind of like, for some, it might be they're telling me turning point, tipping point for others. Again, it's this waterfall-like energy that you can't fight the waterfall, right? Eventually, you're going to go over the waterfall. What it's bringing you over into is really dependent on your path and your journey. So there's this huge momentum energy. So like, best thing to do, Spirit's showing me, take a moment if you can, especially today, because the moon is tomorrow. So we're already in the lead up energy, right? 3 days before to 3 days after. Take a moment today and just sit, tune into your body, eyes closed. Maybe your hand is on your heart, maybe it's on your tummy, and just feel you. Now you might think like, okay, but what? Then what? Fair question. Feel you first, just feel what it is to feel you, and then feel into the energy of the moon. What is this moon momentum bringing for you? What are you drawn to? What are you thinking about? And that's how you can start to kind of tune into what it's bringing for you in your path. It's really, really powerful if we do that. So something to consider with this moon energy. All right, let me see what's in the cards here. Spirit is also saying, trust the changes taking place. There are changes and like cracks and shifts happening on the base layers of something, they're showing me. And they're saying, trust the changes taking place. It's almost like these base layers are like changing their position. I don't know if they're showing me this game. When I was younger, we used to have these really annoying games. It was like this flat little square, and in the square you would have multiple other squares that could move around, and you had to move the squares to make it into the pattern, right? And whatever that image was. And they're showing me like the movement of those squares on that base level is really purposeful. So they're saying, trust the changes coming in with that. Okay. All right. Let's see what the cards have to share with that. They also said, for many, the wait is over. The wait is over. So for many of you this week, this month also might prove really fruitful and something you've been waiting for, waiting to come into fruition, to come into your life. The wait is over. Very interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have like three separate messages. They could definitely go together, but I also feel like, remember how I was saying this waterfall is bringing in this momentum for something for you? It's specific for you. I feel like these are three separate messages. Now you might align with a few of them or all of them, but it feels like three separate messages. So the first one that this waterfall is bringing is this Selkie card. It says, come out of hiding and embrace who you are. So maybe for some of you, this high momentum energy, this like things finally coming to fruition is you really honoring who you are. You coming out of hiding, using your voice, using your expression, being true to you. Maybe that's taking off a mask. Maybe you've acted a certain way due to, the way you have to be in your job. Maybe it's very linear and analytical, and yet you have this deep desire to create and be curvilinear and expressive, and whatever it might be, there's something that is waiting to be expressed from you so that you are really being authentic to who you are. So if you're feeling that, when you tune into your energy with the moon and you're feeling that kind of push to express, this is your sign right here, okay? The next one is, she who flows with change, ease, being open to change and going with the flow of life. So for some of you, this is really neat. This looks like such a waterfall too, hey? So for some of you, this is about the waterfall bringing you into the right divine timing of where you need to be, flowing with the change. Like, don't fight the waterfall. Just let the waterfall bring you over and you will land where you need to be. You are in flow. So just go with that flow. Don't fight it. You let this momentum guide you exactly where you need to be. And it may be a journey in surrender right now, this kind of willingness to surrender, to allow something to unfold. But the encouragement is allow it. Let it happen, because you are being brought to a specific point by the universe, and really be open to it, but go with that flow. Let it guide you there. And then the other one, this Sacred Well. This is a beautiful card. Sacred Well says replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. So for others, this waterfall might be pushing you into a position, a state of mind or state of being where you really finally are honoring self-care. And I know for me, this is a big one for me right now, is really honoring self-care and whatever that looks like. And this to me, like giving from a place of plenty, replenishment. Think about how many people have been in many different industries, types of jobs, even just societal pressures or family pressures. How many people have been giving from a place of emptiness, right? Like your cup is low. Your energy cup is really low. And this waterfall momentum for many is pushing you to a position of saying, hey, my cup is so low. Maybe your cup is cracking and you're like, I have nothing to give from. I don't. And so this waterfall is pushing you into a position of really honoring what it takes to completely replenish who you are. Replenish your energy. Maybe it's health specific, maybe it's emotional health, maybe it's mental health, maybe it's calming your nervous system, maybe it's just taking time to pause, to rebuild and restructure and move forward. This is a big call right now, because here's the thing. Many light workers have been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to transmute and transform. And I would imagine all of you watching my content, you have been transforming. That takes a lot of energy. And so for some of you, you might be transformed and renewed. Others, you might be transformed, but still needing to like fill that cup. And so this is a big call from the universe, from the moon, from the energetics saying, hey, do everything needed to replenish, because it's about giving from a place of plenty. The universe, your spirit guides really want you to fill your own cup first. Truly, fill your own cup, let it overflow. Give from what overflows. So it's about really honoring what that is. And I know, like I said, that's a big one for me. So 3 very interesting messages, right? Embracing who you really are, coming out of hiding, going with the flow and allowing the change to happen, and really replenishing and finding a way to give from a place of plenty. Very interesting energy. So I'm curious what the message will be in the moon energy tomorrow. So definitely check that out. And yeah, I'll leave that with all of you for now. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me as always. I will see you all tomorrow.